of July. Now they say they go do this, they go start this, we no go agree waka, and it go extend, enter inside the next day, will be Wednesday, July 27 as well. They say they carry this matter put for inside one better circular where they send to all the state councils of NLC them, and of course the National President Comrade Ayuba Waba now tell fellow workers say they must observe these national days of protest because they in support of the unions within Nigeria public universities and where they fight for quality education. According to the story where they carry comments, they say they must embark on this strike for those 2 days, and it will happen for all the state capitals plus the Federal Capital Territory will be Abuja here. So they expect massive coming out of these people them as they do join body support with us to them to make sure say students resume back to school.
Okay, from there, we will enter another domain. This time, we will go inside Osun State too, where the matter will follow for the former governor of the state. When now people don't consider him, say, now he will be the vice presidential candidate for the All Progressive Congress, where he did soon. And the big group where they drag the VP candidate for APC now, their name now the Coalition of Arewa Youth for Peace and National Development. They said the thing where the governor do inside this week, we pass. He knows with them at all. Why you go do that kind of thing? What do you do? They say, in fact, before we talk what you do, may the first letter know say they don't come out as one of the people where go be the better organ for inside the group where then they so. According to the group, they say, you get one statement where they do, where Oga Shetima inside television last week, where he called Obi, say, say, you know, if you do the work and say, if you go be president at all, last, you know, if you pass president for inside Igbo land, I say, you know, if you be Nigerian president, and say, this kind talk, you know, good at all, now in the scatter grant, so, and say, now in the commodity peace and unity for inside Nigeria. When they call reason the Oga for this group, where they call Coalition of Arewa Youth for Peace and National Development, Alhaji Muhammadu Buhari, he called talk, say, now, we don't come out Shetima for work, and say the controversial statement we go make, we follow join another party candidates, Peter Obi, then make us come out for work. Say, why you go reason this kind of talk? Why you go talk this kind of talk, put for outside? Say, inside this time where every day, all the kind things, where every day soft, where they try manage, may the shred and need no cut come out. They say, as we deal like this, 19 states of northern Nigeria don't agree, say, we come out as anything, we follow and join for this one. They can't beg all the other leaders where they inside politics. Men are reason, men are not just talk the talk where go cause young people for Nigeria, may call the quarrel. So say because the way the nation day now it is fragile, and say any talk we must come out, everybody must use sense, reason at all. I talk reason again before they open mouth talk anything at all, give anybody for inside this one. And I go remember say all the different political leaders, everybody don't beg them say the way the country day now, people they vex. No how you go talk, may no go cause wahala for inside your domot or wahala where you go say you know IT start. Now this kind of thing now they do Shetima come out for inside the group where he did so. Anyway, now so that matatari show hand for so.
All right, from there we go inside Zamfara State where the governor, the Oga Bello Matawale, don't they do some kind major things they come. Another major move we don't make now to suspend the emir of Benin, where be Yandoto of Safi local government area, Alhaji Aliyu Marafa, because in carry better chieftaincy title give one Oga Ado Alero, and according to the story where we get for here, they say this Oga Ado Alero where they give a title now head of banditry for inside the area. Why would they look this matter? They say the Safe of the area can't decide to give the title to this kingpin because of one role where in play. Why did they try to gather people to make sure say peace day within the Emirates? So they say in being play better role because in the part of the process where they can arrange local peace between the Emirates and the bandits where they terrorize the Safi local government area. But inside the statement where Secretary to the State Government CARICOM, Oga Kabiru Balarabe Sardana, he say they distance themselves completely, both the government or both all of them where they involved, distance themselves from this process, and they sharply announced the suspension of the Emir with immediate effect. The Consti assigned a district head of Yandoto, Alhaji Mahe Garba Marafa, to take charge of the affairs which happen within the Emirates. The government also raised 6-man committee we get Chemo Yahya Chadu Gora to investigate what will make this Emir do this kind thing. So say how in go carry a whole turban, give person where they do banditry matter for inside the area. That's what the story day.
But you know, say this kind of thing now, different talking they cause. Some people even they talk say last, say will they forgive repentant Boko Haram and bandits? Say now small forgiveness in show the man too. Say whether if you give them to ban, say whether you go call all the people with the forest, all those kind of things. Say they go just settle down, stop the raid then domot. Say now strategic arrangement.
You know one thing where they always talk. I don't know how to put them for inside the way we go. Whether it will help me break them down, but they call them precedents. It gets
one
as
way
you go
show
set,
hand before.
Yes, you go set example.
Show hand before you do it.
Yes, and you go reason how people go fit take that example years down the line, months down the line. When you do something like this, you no need to do them just for now. Yes, maybe the guy actually play important role to make sure say they carry peace come, but to come and give them reward again, give them award. We need to be very, very careful about precedents for inside this country.
He reach because for reason I'm saying if you even follow the state government for inside Zamfara talk before you carry do this kind of decision, where you know say man no go close, when no be say banditry don't finish for Nigeria. Okay, maybe from there enter people where be like say they don't drag themselves. No be only court they go for talk to settle. Now they don't drag themselves. You get one group where they call affiliate union, small organizations, small one where join under the one where they call Trade Union Congress. 10 of them. They don't write letter give Inspector General of Police say, Oga, we here say TUC, the one winner, no Trade Union Congress. They want to do conference for inside July 19 and 20, 2022. No say matter the grant so okay may we explain now. Oga IGP we will let you know say quick now the wala where the grant they say no be everybody don't agree say these dates day because National Industrial Court don't put some kind arrangement say may everybody arrange themselves may they behave well. But after all these things, where the petition they carry go, we never know the one way, the one where they call IGP go respond to this thing. But they don't explain it through their lawyer, waiting the National Industrial Court, waiting down for Lagos, give for inside the matter soon. But all join Sha, they road. We go see how the matter go come out. Inside TUC, come like say small picking, one they should say whether they be prodigal or no be prodigal. But matter, they finish so. All right, all this story now we don't arrange waka pass for different kurukere for inside Nigeria. So same way you bring for now. Oh yes, they don't put now. They bring their guests come. In they come from Osun State. I see they smell Osun water for him body as in day so. So see don't put. May you answer question whether your mouth onto how Osun election carry go so. This now Koko of the matter.
How are you? My name is Nanedu, but I want to tell you something. You know, if you want to arrange a TV show, you need one or two things where you go put together to make sure say that TV show when it come out. Oh yeah, Adegboyega, you get the point now. Now, let me tell you, take it down. Number one, you need a very good TV host. Person who will stand up front. When face show. In shoe shine.
I beg you, I'm co-host. Where's Sapi join? My name na Petit.
But don't worry.
I agree to now my people.
Together, in fact, with these two things now, you can sprinkle a little bit of jalapeno.
Angie!
You know what I'm saying? Don't complete it now. The new season of the night show. Don't come back.
On Wazobia TV and Wazobia Max.
Well, you know the two of us like this man. Everywhere. Go.
Scatter.
Cameraman.
Okay.
All along, you dey show me full I be half. You dey show me full I be half.
You dey show I'm full of behalf. I be you won't collect.
The Night Show premieres Wednesday, July 20th at 8 p.m. on Wazobia TV. Sponsored by Number.
Oh, God, God, am I a spoon?
Now, welcome to Better Talk. Now, tap they graduate to Basbo seriously. I'll not be one of those people where they think say the role of a man is just to provide. No, that is the simplest role ever.
Chrisland, no safe till today we never see where those boys did. But now the girl I didn't drag like small generator.
A lot of our parents got it all wrong.
Some widows, they lose their friends after widowhood.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yes,
okay.
that widows, the husband snatchers.
What do you say you want to reduce?
If I give you the measurement of this thing that you are seeing here.
Celebrate on her. Women, when I can play the role of father for our children, I salute you today.
Correct.
Better Talk live Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 8 p.m. on top Wazobia TV.
So they careful who you they do. Oh God, when
God, am I a spoon?
Every day, plenty things they happen for this our country.
But on top politics and leadership, now there plenty matter day to settle.
Waiting government they talk, and the one where politicians come they do so.
On top the matter, as they take affect country people, now there we don't carry on and enter inside. So
Koko of the matter. Politicians, experts, and our leaders, they go touchlight the matter give us.
you self go chook mouth, talk your own. For
Koko of the matter.
Koko of the Matter, showing Mondays to Fridays, 6 p.m. on Wazobia Max Abuja on UHF 25.
Every day.
My name is Nedu, but I want to tell you something. You know, if you want to arrange a TV show, you need one or two things where you go put together to make sure say that TV show, when it come out, oh yeah, you get the point now. Now, let me tell you, take it down. Number one, you need a very good TV host. Person who will stand in front. We face show.
APC Adegboyega Oyetola, they say in win 17 out of the 30 local government areas to emerge as winner of this one. And we don't carry Ubunge guests. We go follow us inside studio to touchlight exactly how the social election has been good. And we don't get some kind of different story we come out from different places, but we bring person with full ground for inside the matter where they there to tell us all the things that been happen for us to see this result.
All right, with that, we'll quickly introduce Mr. Paul James of Yaga Africa. He don't put how the Johnny carry welcome inside our domo today.
I don't even want to talk now because the way they have pushed me come here.
You know, people don't know me, but I think you say at least if now ambush, I do my unknown gun power. I use drag you reach here. Okay, gun no suppose this exactly. Talk. Okay, my unknown journalism put you here. But thank you so much. Say your no invitation. Hey, Osun. Yeah. We see them, we watch them for television. Waiting people they watch for house and waiting happen for grant. Now the same thing, I'll be different. You were there. Waiting we watch and waiting can't happen. Now true, I've been a small film trick they inside the matter for inside Osun election.
No film trick where they anyway. Now waiting when I see for TV take happen for Osun, but what I want to make you understand is say not be only the thing will happen for that election, they be the thing will happen for Osun. We need to take our mind, cast our mind back to even before that election day, because most time when they make mistake, they look election like saying just that the way election they happen. But we need to they look election from what thing happen before election, what thing happen for election day, and also what thing how people go react for the election when the election don't happen finish. So before the election, if we see the Obonje people where they work on top of the election, like INEC them, police them, even for the political parties, it better make we talk about how all of them they prepare for that election. For INEC, for us, where they observe the election, we've been get our people for ground since March. For all the 30 local government, we've been sent 32 people for ground. 2 people there Oshobo, other people there other local government. They touchlight the thing where they happen for the local government, they report to us. So what we can't they see before they build up for the election, they say, INEC prepare Gidigban for ground. Like they train their people, they gather material for election. In fact, one thing we were supposed to even know for this election, they say INEC even introduce new polling units for Osun State. May they give more access for people, may they take vote for the election. Before the state, they get 3,010 polling units. And they can increase 753 new polling units. We can make 3,763 polling units where people take vote for the election. And if you remember, the last election we happened for 2018, now 1,600,000 people take vote for that election. This election will happen now about 1,955,000 people take vote for the election. So a lot of planning need to happen for INEC side. Now beyond the INEC thing, now the security issue, where for me, if I look for the election for I want to reflect on what happened on 3 major pillars. One, security concern people been there before election. 2, now waiting INEC do on top of the election. 3, now waiting people, how people participate, engage that election. On top security matter, before we reach that election, concern been there for places like Ejigbo, Ilawe West, Ilawe East, where people they tell us, say, people, they gather small arms and light people, may they do katakata for the election. It's just some big people where we know where they be called thieves, where we know say they be one do kata for the election. So before election now, police can't gather. The oga bata for police will be there at the Kokumo. Can't do stakeholder meeting. For the meeting, you can't tell us say see matter where they ground, but for them as police and with other sister security agents, they don't prepare well where say they go make sure say this election now election where people go talk about say now good election. And true to their word, because it's a waiting they talk can't happen like that. All the fear where we've been get before the election, they can't allay all the fear, they can't put serious eye for the election, can't ensure say people feel commode, go cast their vote. On top for people for participation, if we remember this voter registration will come start by INEC. Now only for Osun State, if you go by the record where they ground, now that state been get people work on they register early, quick, as INEC they do and for online, people they register quick. So we all of us they put out, they say how this thing go take translate for election, the whether people go come out to vote or people no go come out to vote. So if we go back to the data where we get for Osun State, for 2014, now 1.4 million voters they've been get for the state, and out of that number, 54% participate for the election. For 2018, they've been get 1.6 million voters. For that number, now 46.2% participate for the election. This time, they get 1,955,000 registered voters. For that number, for people who collect their permanent voters card, now 54% of them participate for the election. But if you look at for the number what we get for the register for Osun, it can't show us then now 42% participate for the election. So I don't want to look at based on the number where they register, but based on the number of people who collect their voters card. For that state, according to what the INEC tell us, for the number where people register, now 1.4 million collect their voters card. And for that 1.4, plenty of them come out, come vote. So even before the election, we they hear things for time, we come out, I go Ife Central, I go Ife East, I go Ife North, I go a day local government. For that, as make I go help do community mobilization, go tell people, make them come out, make them go vote. And for that where we come out, we can't see interest on the part of the people make them come out. One thing where they tell us, they say, if they get assurance from security, say katakata no go day, they go come out vote. If I go assure them, say election go better this time, they go come out vote. So when we can't go now, we can't take that opportunity to explain to them the new system where INEC don't introduce, make them make election better. That thing where President Buhari signed for us for January, that new law for election.
Yeah, electoral law.
Electoral law. We need to talk about that because now him be the game changer. Now he just change everything where we know for this national election. We make us they celebrate the jubilee for the election. Okay. That thing can make the INEC plan early for the election. You can't force INEC said when they use technology to improve our election. That beavers where they introduce now, they say, for accreditation to happen, the person has to be there, show face for INEC. INEC go see him for face, see in card. INEC go check the person finger. Check if the person finger no come out for the machine, they go check the person face. If the person face no show, INEC no go allow and vote. So even though we've been get issues for some places where we know say people where they register, where get card for the polling unit, for some few places the people no free vote because the machine no bring up their name, whether a few instances. And that, this not discuss, this thing all not new. We all the test as they go, we sure say the thing go they improve with time. But what thing we can't see be say for plenty places where INEC use this system, the system good, people feel come out, go vote. Okay. As it can't be, so the problem we can remember, as with the jubilee say the election better. One thing where we go need to talk as to the plan for other election are this bad thing where they happen for election, where they call vote buying. Okay, Ogapo, make I come in there because you don't talk so many things at once, and we need to carry them small by small. You talk about 3 major areas where you won't use judge the election, how the thing take work. You talk about security, you talk about the work where INEC they do, and then the last one also where you talk about, you talk plenty things. So as it come in, even that one say, the people will come out good. Okay, so make we start with a matter of security or insecurity as the case may be. A lot of
even myself, I can't reason how the people go do. And when we hear about the different cult groups, then when they gather, where they try to do some bad things. I know reports come out of one person where they shoot dead, as in they kill the person dead. So make we start from that security matter again, especially because the thing they directly affect the number of people where they come out.
Yeah.
And we talk about the data of number of people where come out, even those small difference there between INEC own and UNA own. You record, INEC record about 50-something%, UNA record 42. You feel say insecurity still reduce the number of people we supposed to come out from inside, come vote for this election.
So what thing they happen for election, we say as the election they better. Bad people where they are around election, they devise new means, maybe they scare people, make people know they come participate for the election. Now, two things that they do. One, they say that they use poverty, now they deceive person. If a person get mind, say, now, this person you won't vote for. But because they give her money and they position somebody around the polling unit, they make it they see who are they vote for. I go come vote for person when me I know like. One, that is they are weaponizing poverty. If I talk for good or evil. The other one, we say that they use security to scare people. If you go back to all the election where don't they happen, before, now I make us say, we could not just look election for what happen in election. They could they go back, they reflect what happened before election. I think take us back to election from 2020 where we do Edo and Ondo. When those two elections happen, for Edo we get 18 local government. Our report shows us, say, before the election, 12 of those 18 local government get different kind of katakata will happen. They gather political talks, they gather small arms and light weapons, they gather call groups and all of that. When we go on those the same wahala, Ondo can't even worse. We can't see problem for 13 of 18 local government. In fact, now Ondo, they even beat one mama where we're abada for one party for up, abada for another party for that. She don't even know. They beat her, commot her clothes, embarrass her for public. That one happened because so they go put fear for the people, might make people not come out, go vote. If you go to Anambra election, where happen for 2021, we know issue where happen. Election go there, election no go happen. If you happen, come out, we go kill you and all of that. Sit at home and all of those things. Those things can cause plenty confusion. Where can be say, if you go back to the data for Anambra, now only 10% of people for where they are Anambra decide who don't become their governor. Anambra get like 2.5 million registered voters, but now only 250,000 people determine who don't become their governor. So that one not even good for electoral democracy, where only small people go to decide who become governor. Because if I no vote for you, I no get that moral right, make they challenge anything what they do. So now the thing where politicians they do with that, they weaponize violence now for election, where they put fear deliberately for mind of people. Now when we come for this Osun, I tell them, I say we start the observer on since March. And for report where would they get, every 2 weeks, those 32 people where we get for town, they send us report. Would they analyze and they share report with public. Me don't go Osun in March. I go back in April, I go back in May, in June. And then I go sit down for about 2 weeks before the election. So all the time we had to go meet with different people for town. Now they can't fear whether they talk with that. Call groups, say if police no do something, the kind thing where calls they do, people no feel come out, go vote. In fact, it's just something will happen when they call 7-7. It be like saying at the National Day where they celebrate call groups.
For it follows for Osun.
It follow for Osun 7-7.
July 7.
July 7. So on that July 7, they come they send us text message say, make we be careful or things go happen for town. Yeah. So as we come they get the message, we can't allow police say we need to go do something about this. So police come assure us. We come meet with DIG. Well, as I talk and Kukumo, you can't assure us for that meeting, say nothing will happen for the election. Say they don't deploy 21,000 personnel. So that number alone for me now enough confidence booster. Not be only police, even NCDC, civil defense. Civil defense said they deploy 11,000. So when you hear that can be big number where they mention, and we can't plan where they plan for the election, then you go get hope, say something good go better.
If you join the two now, it will be like 32,000. Okay, because you get plenty things where we still won't ask you, and I know say plenty talk there your mouth where you go talk on to even the election. Don't say all this was when na pre-election.
Okay,
we'll go small break. When we come back from the break, we'll go the arrange more talk. So me get a book done full, my book done full, get question we won't ask or to the election. But when the country people they talk onto people where they different places onto this election. Oyame will hear there now. They come back.
All we can say is that on the case of Osun, Nigerians have decided. And come 2023, I believe that's the same pattern that we'll see. And the dynamics is shifting now from partisan politics into individualism. People are now voting for the individuals they could trust and they could rely on. So 2023, I do not see anything different because due to the fact that INEC made some amendments in the electoral laws, that has now sort of empowered the citizenry. And then the paradigm has shifted from the days of money bag politics and godfatherism alone. Right now, what we are going to be having more votes that are going to be counting against all four the candidates based on their past antecedents or their performance, so to say.
Yes, there is still hope if we are going to follow what really happened in Osun State. You know, the election was credible. There are no bad stories. Maybe snatching of a voting box. So if what happened in Osun State will happen in 2023, in fact, as it has happened, there is still hope that 2023 election is going to be, free and fair. It's going to work. It's going to work very smoothly. If, just like the way it happened in Osun State. So there is still hope for 2023 election to be credible and free and fair.
Yeah, there is hope. There is hope for Nigeria. Now, with that result, you can see that Nigerians are no longer naive. They are no longer gullible. They are not people you just come, you give them money, and you expect them to dance to your tune. Nigerians are becoming wise, and it's a good and a very welcome development, which we are looking forward and we've been praying for. So it's a very good result. Everybody is happy for that. At least the votes of the people are counting, or is counting, rather.
All right, now welcome back. And I don't hear waiting country people talk onto the matter of Osun elections we've been held on Saturday, July 16th. And we know, say, na PDP, Oga Ademola Adeleke emerged as the winner of that particular election. And we did inside studio here with Oga Paul James from Yaga. We've been full ground for inside our show and we did touchlight how they reach that result. Now, we don't reason different matter in talk about insecurity, talk about voter turnout, and also the work of INEC, because all these things, they're very, very important, especially in the build-up to 2023 election, based on, say, this is not the last off-cycle election we will get before then. So people, they use and they judge how matter will be for inside 2023, and we don't hear everything country people talk. All right, Oga Paul, make we come back to you. Make we enter inside the election, they gong. Yes, we don't hear pre-election matter, how insecurity and all that play. And I think from waiting you talk, you say although the thing will get some kind effect, but not so much. I think 2014 results way better past 2018. This one where they do now come match at least 2014. So it's like say improvements day despite the challenges. But what do you feel say go be the biggest thing where INEC need to work on? I know you start to talk about something and it get to do with vote buying, but I don't know whether that's not the biggest thing. If not the biggest thing, maybe we just enter them straight away. Where we really need to address, because everybody go they find way to do chua come 2023 elections. You understand? Especially as they see the way Osun elections play out. If they feel say they need to do some kind of hard work, as some people they call them, which if you say could be the biggest way we need to work on for 2023?
So before even that Osun election, me I've been get my own fear, especially for INEC. As much as say they work closely with them, they try to build that confidence. But based on what we don't see for past, this election go good, you go another election, Kasala go come enter. If you remember what happened for FCT election, where by 9:30, 10 o'clock, for Abuja, where they are backyard here, plenty place election never start. Though they can't redeem themselves as to go Ikite election. So as they go to the Osun election, based on what I don't know, and they don't shock me, they don't surprise me this time, because as they go to the election, fair day, my mind small, say, I hope I know they go mess up this time. But the other way we can't see, can't be said before election day for Osun, the kind statistics where they get for this election quite even better pass what thing happened in 2018. For instance, by 7:30 in the morning, for Young Africa, we can send 562 people go town, maybe they go put eye for the election matter. 562 for all the local government where they the state. So a report where they can send for early morning that morning can show us say by 7:30 for 78% of polling the way they don't visit. And people don't full ground. This one, to even know, say the election supposed to start by 8:30 that morning. But 1 hour before election, plenty polling unit don't open. In fact, by 9:30 that morning, report what we just show say 96% of polling unit, the system, they okay, process don't start. This new machine where they can introduce the beavers, we can't say it can't do everywhere. As it do everywhere, except it can't work better, it can't work well. Now for 92% of polling the way we go, that machine where they use work well throughout that day where they do election. For 7% of polling the way we go observe election, the machine work at some point, it can't stop, they can't fix them. It get 1% of polling the way the machine stop, and it can't take plenty time before they fix them. It get one place where the machine stop like 11 in the morning. They don't bring another replacement until like 3 in the afternoon. Now, that is one aspect. I will come back to this aspect. But another aspect, they say, before the election, last say June, and a core increased number of polling units for the entire country. We've been get 119,000 polling units before. Now we get 176,000 polling units. Osun can't even get in one on top. But what thing we can see, the idea where we make and introduce those polling units, we say, may they reduce congestion where they happen for polling units. They can't bring what they call threshold, like benchmark. Say no polling unit go get more than 750 voters. So they can manage the process.
So they go manage the process.
Yes.
Okay. It be like say person day from Jos. We won't follow us talk. John, they call us from Jos. Carry welcome inside program, sir.
Okay. Good evening, my brother.
Yes, sir. Carry welcome.
Where I greet all of you there.
Greetings to you, sir.
The Young Africa, they are greeting very well for going to monitor the election for us.
Thank you.
Okay, you are well done, very well. You do well, my brother.
You do well. You said you do well. Me will greet you, say you do well, say you call us. Okay,
you do well, very well, my brother, for going to Osun to go and monitor Nigeria for us.
We thank God. We thank God.
And what
Thank
they're
you.
going to help us again do for 2023.
Thank you.
Because as this president has said now, that they are going to make another plan again now to rig the election for 2023, because this one be like eye-opener to them. So what they are going to help us do, this Young Africa itself, you talk about vote buying. That vote buying, you know what will stop that buying of vote? Let them build more like a curtain covering place. Only one person can enter that place and vote. Nobody will go and monitor people who is voting. Who are you voting for? You understand? Only if you carry, then give you, if then snap you, check your thumbprint, everything is okay. Then tear that ballot paper, give you. Only you enter that house. That small place are going to give. After voting, you place your paper and go your way, so that nobody will see your ballot paper, who will vote, who will not vote. That one will reduce all their plans. And issue of security, that you say vote buying, they're going to bring police, go there, civil defense and go there to go and monitor the election. How many police are they going to do for one polling unit that are going to arrest? Out of 500, 1,000 people for polling unit, you will see only 2-3 police. If you arrest if three police arrest 3 people go, the remaining people will continue their business there. So if they want this Nigeria to be clear, let them put enough security for one polling unit, like 6 policemen.
Like
because
6.
you cannot bribe 6 police.
You do
You
well.
can easily bribe 2.
You do well. Oga John, you don't do well put a mouth for this talk for Koko of the matter. You do well. And you say maybe they put and reach like 6 police officers for inside this one. We still expect to now WhatsApp message as the WhatsApp messages they come. We expect to now call on top this one. Okay, but you know because time the draw for body go left right. May we enter the results.
Before the results.
You know sometimes no plenty which like this. If you want to say one do all the work where you do like this, hey, you go do it. May we just summarize. May we enter the results.
Make us summarize based on what John then talk, because what thing they do as Nigeria, they say we are always territorial when they come to issue. I don't hear and they talk say what thing when I go help us do. This matter now our matter for everybody. Election everybody business. Vote by now be the big thing where they affect our election now. And why they talk this matter, they say mention issue about how we go change the system of our voting. It go even make them worse. If you say I go enter secret place, go put ballot where nobody they see what they put. If you put extra paper inside, nobody go know. So what thing we do now in an open secret, you go in the secret, go to print, come back in the open, come put for ballot paper, make everybody they see you. What thing be the problem? They say some polling units they congested. Now how are they go take organize, make the thing they open, make space day because they put that voting cubicle where people they vote. Sometimes they put them very close, and party then they feel see how people they vote. Now, one thing where they bring
we not put them for center of road. When would they do environmental sanitation with the block road now? And they still say in front of house. And before this election they start, I know say I need carry some polling units come up from some kind of people where they say
they come out and but see not be also a problem because I mean some of this thing they happen for public. So what thing we see for Osun, for instance, they say for 28% of polling units. Some of these polling you have to climb some steps before you go vote. It means that people will get problem for leg.
Now this one
even fake climb.
Now this one will not go allow Gotham
exactly.
And no the center of road.
Exactly.
Make
so
take call first before you continue.
Yes. Some of this no be
the colors.
Yes, from Lagos.
Yeah. Welcome, Ogane Meka.
Meka.
Hello.
We dey hear you. Carry welcome.
Hello?
We didn't hear you, Oga.
Good evening.
Good evening. Talk your own.
Good evening, oh.
Good evening.
We didn't hear you. Good evening, oh.
Okay. What thing I try to be say for this Koko matter? You say, good evening. Good evening. I take una for what una they do. I like them.
Thank you.
So what thing I try to be say, you see this very election, this 2023 where we talk. For what thing happen for this offshore, this past election where they do on Saturday. So we they happy for what happened on Saturday. So this time around, we go tell people, we go tell Nigerians now, Nigeria would not come and say now, Godfather is no day again. Those Godfather, where people wait, listen, I didn't get this in Nigeria. We go tell them, say no. Say now, I will get first one vote. Our vote must count this time around. Every polling youth, would they? Maybe they thought our party will not get structure. We will tell them, say we get structure. This time around, we will come out. All this money where they thief, we don't say, but now we don't come out to vote our mind. So thank God, our vote will count this time around.
Thank you,
Observer, Oga, we go for the observer. I beg, no one follow us, they do this job. But to not say this time around, all the whole of their plans, we don't go work this time around. Will they vote prayer? No, will they follow them anywhere where they want?
Thank you.
This time around. So they thought we don't get structure. We go tell them say we get structure.
Thank you, Ogane Meka. We don't hear you. Okay, just very, very quickly now, just to wrap the matter up, you talk about vote buying and all that. Just quick question. The results where we see on Saturday, now reflection of the people votes, or you feel even that issue gets handled?
Based on what we also report as Young Africa, based on what we see, the result not true reflection of what happened for the polling unit level. Whatever happened go down, don't happen. May the result come up like that. Now, issue they feel investigate later. But even if we talk, say, vote buying, I know as bad as it is, if you think of water, if you just put one small drop of bad thing inside, it will just spoil the entire water. I know Naime when they talk about this vote buying issue like this. It happens, yes, but you see people will go vote their conscience. We even know location where they give people money, people reject them. They said they get their candidate for mind, they get who they suppose vote for. This thing happened because for public people, they see, they get video of people where they collect money and all of that, but nobody say it happened across.
Everywhere.
We get 3,763 polling stations in Osun State. I know if you believe say vote buying happen for all of these polling stations, or for polling units. So what thing they talk sometimes they say when you are looking at issues like what thing or what they call it,
be like, say now just small place,
infraction. Exactly. You have to look at the scale and the scope of
the scope. Sunday they call us from Lagos. Carry welcome inside program it. We there here, Oga Sunday.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Better evening, join you.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody in the studio.
Good evening, Oga Sunday. Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Sunday. I'm calling from Lagos.
We welcome you.
Yeah, the way I want to mad the same. Somebody tell me say for that election grant, how we go take know who be the original INEC? Because on that election grant that day, some people they carry jackets like say them be INEC officials. Why they don't be INEC officials? They go to support one party or the other. Like somebody tell me story some days ago. Say during one election for social place, say they will be acting like say they be INEC officials. So they go there, but their own work, they say as they are coming, they will be telling you, vote to social party, 5,000. The other one go there for one corner. Vote to social party, 10,000. So if you agree with him, once you comply, you go and vote for the party. As you go out, they will give you the money. So he still tell me say their work now to stand there. If any mago day, they could just write the ballot paper like say they behind neck, throw away and for inside motor. They don't complete their plan with that.
Okay. All right. August Sunday, you do well for this question where you ask. Now, make a join in question, join another question. I hear say, no say this one, I say, then say, now I want to put for front now. Say they arrest some people, say they carry security ID card for body, say they form security, but when they come catch them finish, they can't talk through. When they see real security, when they see bulala, they talk through. That one, it happened.
Well, I know share with my Koko I bought those problems fit happen, we not feel rule them out. Even the one where Sunday talk, but then what I want to make people understand, they say for election, it get what they call accreditation. Anybody where you see for election, they get something where you go take identifier. Like me, where be observer. And I do one big badge for me, where get my photo and location where I go observe. My own location set now only Oshobo is stop. So for everybody, including police where they deploy, even police that they get tag where get their name. Now just because people they abuse and know they show their own. We don't raise this concern for past. Those vests where you say they see now, I know jacket whether they give even observer, they give everybody.
Green for media like this.
Yes.
Brown for green. You know, the follower.
Exactly. Green and media. This time for Osun State, some observer their own are blue. So all those jacket where they see now, people where they do work where and don't confirm say they go there. But of course, you know if you rule out say bad people no fit there. We see them for Ekiti in 2018 say they even camp bad people for one hotel where we know as observers we know say they be bad observers. The report where they consent can't even dilute all the good report where people don't talk about the election. Those bad people fit there. For Kogi election will happen for 2019.
One person won't follow you talk for on top telephone, so.
I won't finish your question.
No, we go answer my question. I don't go forget now.
Make we hear from Augustine where they come from Lugbe. Good evening. Welcome to the show, sir.
Evening.
Welcome.
I want to go, first of all, greet Young Africa.
Thank you.
All of you in the studio.
Thank you.
I want to say something concerning of that buying of vote, because it happened to me one time in 2011. I went to vote. So there's a party leader in my area. So the party leader was forcing me to vote a candidate that was not my choice. So I say, no, I will vote my choice. So the party leader said that I should go and vote. He will pay me 20,000 naira. So I say, okay. So when I went to vote, he gave me 2,000 naira as a transport. And from my house to the polling unit, it's a 15 naira Okada. He gave me 2,000 naira as transport. So when I go to the polling unit, after the accreditation, when he reached to vote, I went to vote. When I picked my ballot paper to vote, I see the that say, okay, you follow me to vote. I said, no, I have to go along to vote. So the party agent told me that I informed him that I have to vote this party. So why am I rejecting him? I said, okay, let me vote because my education, even if I finish school, I must know how to vote. So I went along to vote. I went and vote my choice. When I vote alone, before you know, I will go out of the car. I see some people monitoring me. I see some. So I have to remain in the crowd, in the midst of the people. So some army went on operation for another polling unit, so they arrest them. Okay. To the polling unit that I vote. From there, I see that I have an opportunity to escape.
Yusuf, just
so
enter
from
run.
there, I follow inside.
Yusuf, run, go run.
Run out of the place.
Okay.
So the buying of vote is a serious issue that need to look at.
Thank you very much, Oga Cyril. Personal experience, but we don't talk the matter and we get to the closed mouth now. You start to come up from inside show, but we will allow you finish the answer. Where will be the answer?
Join results. Join the answer.
People suppose also know say this vote buying a criminal offense, and because we know they talk the criminal part, and many people they do them. If they barb you and you go in a hand or police hand, now to go jail, they go charge you 100,000, you go still go jail. Both you and person will give you the thing. If they catch you in a criminal offense, so make we take note that one. Say you know good, you know good. On top of the election, what happened for Ikire and Osun, we see FCC come, they arrest people. We see ICPC arrest people. Even police, they don't set up their electoral offenses decks for Ikire and for Osun. Anybody where they catch, they go prosecute the person. So anybody where get make it here saying a bad thing, if they catch you for video, say they do that thing, not to go jail. On top waiting you being asked that time again.
No, just leave that one. We'll do results because time they hold us for clots for a year.
Okay.
We'll not do part two.
What do you want here for the result?
You know, say so. Me ask you say waiting the carry come out as result and the one.
Now they talk now because we do waiting with the call parallel vote tabulation. As Anna they collecting one result they give. We too get observers when they collect them they tabulate. Though we know they everywhere, we do sample. Sample the idea where we they take do. If you go do malaria test, then they come out the whole blood for your body.
Now just small they go
just small they do. So we they take do that idea, come run and come put people for strategic places for the state. Based on what we can see, the result we announced reflect what happened for the polling unit.
So now
original result.
As it be,
the difference now about 4% between the two candidates, and then nothing if we do now. They feel go court, go argue, and the argument where they grant, they say vote by and happen. And I go tell you, say vote, even if it happen, the two parties.
All no be only two. Now all parties.
All of them they involved.
Oh yeah, we'll leave it like that. Inside today, we must appreciate Ogapo James. Say from Osun direct now you enter aeroplane land for inside Wazobia studio today. We know say body they soft you as a day like this. As you just go out, go find somebody who go press you, all right. That you did so. But we'll leave the program as we don't do and for today. For inside this the motto we do so. Thank you, say join us for Koko of the matter. Carry sit down know tomorrow na that better day to arrange another talk proof for front. My name na Femi D Amele. Make I carry appreciate and do use one day for inside this week. Appreciate different people where we know they see. Today on na Pere Amatu. Thank you. Say they put juice for inside our cup. Now our girl boy they put juice. You do well. My name is Femi D Amele.
Ooh, Femi, you try. Well done. Thank you very, very much. All of our follow us talk inside Cook of the Matter today. My name is Nasomi Alegino. Until we see you again, we're gonna get a better evening.